Jorgensen to a good spot here. Andronico tried to slip the tackles, but away comes Hamilton again. He'll kick towards half forward. Valasaris versus Ma. That's going to be a fantastic battle this afternoon. Well, Barry has it. He kicks towards the wing. Blues in good position here. This is Lemmy behind the football. So Carlton just need a little bit of time in possession here to steady things down. McMahon having a fine year was to get involved. Slapped out in the Lewis Young direction. Pops the handball to Marchbank. He'll use Mick Lewis. Shrugs a tackle. Kick towards the wing. Harvey works back on his man. Needs to create a contest. He does. That opens up an opportunity for...
Through the hands. Elliott, he's already got one. Can't get free of Lemmy's, who wants it out. Whoa, with pace and a wriggle of the hips. Got enough on the kick.
Reigning best and fairest winner from last year.
Lockie Young goes long. There's Moya. So some of these where they can show not only Luke Powell but Michael Voss what they're capable of when their team is up against it. To King, to half forward. Good spoil from the back from Lockie Young. Handball to Binns, who's been quiet early. Kick inside. Sets wider task. He gets it now off the ricochet from Motlop. Great run from Ma. He's got Carl over the top. He can get it and go. Mackie to try and chase him down. Carl looks around and kicks a goal. Kept his feet as Lewis Young went to ground. Smothered off the boot of Valasaris. Back to Young. Handball to Lewis. Look inside. Nelson.
Back, evades Elliott, but still alive for the Ants, who just need to keep this in motion. Taken down in the tackle was Chubb when they were off. Tantalisingly close to a sixth. The turnover might be a real blow. Carroll inside, touch of class to Durden. The Blues' pivotal players are starting to get involved, and White still not done, though, for the Ants, as Mackie has to wear a tackle.
With the job on him in the opening term. Prout went up, couldn't take it. Wilson. Nelson, back to Billy Wilson. Looks to square it to the corridor for Moya. Is there time for the Blues as we hit the 27-minute mark? Carroll's been outstanding. He was the one who got them going. Wide to Ma.
11th disposal for Carroll.
Ma floats it inside 50. Tough one for Lemmy. Low down, Ramshaw. Uses White.
To clear the danger, Johnson got to the contest. Lambert sweeps onto it. Wilson drives through. Heads for McMahon, it's over the back, it'll sit for Durden. Free kick advantage. Up in virtually every statistical area.
Dane Harvey takes a turn in the ruck and away they go again through Ramshaw. They're really getting good run.
10 minutes, they just couldn't get their hands on the football. They were losing it out of the centre clearance.
Sam Gilbert with a floater, picked off by Nelson. Switching play back into the corridor effect. Inside 50 from Franks towards the pocket. Good defensive work from Prout.
Jorgensen working up nice and high.
Gets rid of Young. Play on the call. Gets to the back for Elliott. Well done, Young.
Good. Andronico. Lewis, the late in. Got it free. Binns under siege. Lewis with the outside of the right to Wilson. Got it past Mackie to the skipper and Young. Now Rams. 35's a game high. Young with a fist. Jorgensen, it is following him. He tried to kick it through Wilson. Lewis Young back to Carroll. So important against the flow in turn one. Carl tapped it down. Chance here for Holland on debut. That tackle did slide low. Brother Shane was a good player at the level with Werribee in the 90s as well. Carl. What can the Blues generate from the back? Ma. To Nelson. Has to wait for it to pitch on the bounce. Caresses the kick to Ramshaw.
Even looked for a short option coming through the corridor.
Johnson's kick to a 2-on-1. Binns. Rolls it along the ground to White. That's a really good tackle from Mackie. Beautiful pickup from Lewis. Spun through and launches long. And in good position, Lambert. That's a really strong mark. And he delivers.
With the flight, Nelson. Here's a chance. Elliott straight into the traffic. Coughs it up through the Lewis tackle. Lambert to Nelson. Slides away into the hands of Lemmy. Chubb. Valasaris, it was a blast. They needed more composure. Nelson.
Looking for a better entry this time. Can they get it through Lambert? Sizzling kick. We talked about his class. That kick from Stevens was as good as you'll see.
Yeah, it was brilliant, wasn't it?
Look at that. No more than 4 feet off the ground.
Barges through, got via Harvey, Bullants the kick. Lewis, as he so often has been in his time in navy blue, the man to cut off another 4-8. Goes to Young. And there's some easy outs at the moment for Carlton. We haven't seen this through the match thus far. Bins to Lambert, goes by hand. Carroll, Wall just slid rather than corral. Carroll inboard for Harvey. Better looking Carlton, and space suddenly for Moya. Lemmy presents, he heads in that direction, got the right hand out.
For the Blues.
Well, sometimes clangers happen, that's why we have Amy. Young inside 50, finds Lemmy.
A few of the boys were getting pretty excited at quarter time. We just had to calm them all down, saying it's only the first quarter, we've got plenty more to go. So, look, it's very exciting. It's very fun to actually be in front and get a lot of scores on the board early.
Liam, what do you change defensively from the first quarter to the second quarter, depending on the wind?
Yeah, look, we sort of probably took a bit more of a back shoulder. I think at the moment we're probably just zoning off a little bit too much for our liking, so we're going to tighten that up mid-quarter. Carry, use our foot skills and get the ball going forward.
We appreciate your time, mate. Good luck.
Thanks very much.
Beats Mackie. He was almost run down. Good fist from Lewis. He's had some vital moments in defence. Knocked it away from McCormick. Moyer on the wing. Chimneys it to Prout, who was cat-like on landing to find Stevens. They're starting throwing it, almost favoured Murkoff. Johnson, virtually a professional free kick. Moyes, kick got through the hands. Ramshaw, quick hand to foot, skies it. It's going to fade left. Drop for Harvey, who had the drop on whack. Represented Vic Metro back in 2021 as an under-16. Snaps an all-important fourth for the Blues.
Young tries to take the man on. Well done, Donegan. Away comes Carroll, who's been amongst Carlton's best. Durden. I want to get involved a little more. His 10th touch. Ma, good effort from Wall. Ma now looks to accelerate away. Not easy to do from Wall. Kick inside 50 is good for McMahon. Can way back to set up for this shot. This kick is Dane Harvey. 45 out. Gives it a ride. It'll sit up on the breeze, but it'll still get there. And that's no good for Valasaris. Hospital handball. Look at the strength of Johnson. Carroll puts the saddle on.
He's got a couple. McCormick smothered. Chubb versus Marchbank. Carroll composed to release Ma.
Wall ran him down. Mackenzie is having a good day. Good effort from Young and Lemmy. Football again from the Bullants, just surging, running in waves. Wilson gets back. Bins. Lewis Young. And it has just been a surge of red jumpers through the middle of the field today, rather, as Moya goes to Ramshaw.
Still so much to play out in this one. The Bullants are 1 point shy of their biggest lead of the day they held in the early stages of the second quarter. But Carlton still to come, and
see Jack Chubb coming off
the ground. So they're one down in transition here. That allows Wilson forward. Low kick. Stevens finds Bins, who can play on, steady, shoots, and get one for the Navy.
Carlton have managed to get back into it. Out comes Lewis Young. Runs away from Jorgensen, but needs an option. Surely. Billy Wilson. Nice kick in.
He's spent some time in the ruck as well.
Margin at a game high, 37. A launch from the back for the Blues. Can they go coast to coast? McMahon to the running Carroll. Carl is out the back. He ducks forward ahead of Hamilton. Got it in the fingertips, wants the mark. It's not paid.
Elliott versus Marchbank. Marchbank wins this one. Inside, look out, Carroll had to stand and wait, did it well. 26 touch for Jack Carroll, been a positive for the Blues. Needs some others to go with him. Spreads it wide, keeps it alive for the Blues. They can't capitalise, although Lambert will get on the end of this again.
Fifth gear and charge. Valasaris knocked away by
towards Elliott, and why not?
The Bullants make sense of it regardless of the equation. Fairley's kick was impeded. Ramshaw the no look to Stevens, Wilson, Binns on his left for Motlop. Knocked away by Mackie, but it was late. Can Jesse Motlop be the man to spark something for the Blues?
Fifth disposal coming up, very quiet.
McMahon will be the flyer and gets it.
What a grab.
Bounce eluded Chubb. Pressure on Fairley. Lewis has got him. Umpire says play on. Nelson. Carl. Can he finish and get Carlton going? He can. Brilliant finish.
First quarter goals. Nearly had claims on a free kick on that occasion as Nelson dashes to Lewis, who pinpoints Stevens. They've got nothing to lose here, Carlton, which makes them so dangerous.
Stevens looked inside and goes down the line. Carl over the back. He's away and running. He'll have a couple of bounces. He can go all the way here. Decides to kick it deep from 60 to McMahon. Moya lays the tackle. White's down.
Durden. White back to Binns. Squeezes the kick into the hands of McMahon. Blues with the first two of the last. They've taken 6 minutes.
Hamilton. But only as far as Harvey starting to get involved. Wilson. Through the hands of Wallace. McMahon at the back. Young open goal. Blues get another. Mantis to half forward. Blues have the numerical advantage. And Lewis uses it while Marchbank engages. Kick inside was okay for Wilson. Thought about the switch to Binns. Wants to go more direct, and why not? That's a great kick. White can attack. But look at McMahon, he's got 3 to beat again. He does beat them and kicks the goal!
From the 3 there, they had plenty of numbers. Spoil the mark, choose not to.
McCormick had separation originally on Prout, who then could halve the contest.
Holland. Ramshaw pushes him off the kick, and Durden has it for the Blues.
It would have been better to take that over the boundary line and get a stoppage inside your forward 50. Take some more time off the clock.
So nearly 7 minutes since McMahon kicked the 4th of Carlton's goals in the quarter. Prout marks, tired McCormick. Wall can't chase down Carroll. Young versus Wallace.
Lambert in the middle of this one. Spills to the front. Here's Ramshaw. Can he hit a target? He can. It's Binns. Mackie high and long. Lewis against Elliott. Umpire pays the mark.
Jorgensen outpointed by Harvey, who's got better in this second half. Heads inboard for Ramshaw, who marks hamstrings, a 40th touch to Holland. A rarity maybe that we're going to have a Bullant.
4 of their last 44 games.
Valasaris, give us one more highlight, Ants. March back with the flight.
He'll get a game next week, Sammy Gilbert. He's been good.
He's the difference. That'll be his nickname.
He might not want to.
That'll be his nickname. He's undefeated.
I think he'll be good for a game a month.
Tell you what, I want to see him tomorrow try and get out of bed.
Ramshaw goes short to White. He launches it high inside 50. Elliott stands underneath it, drops this one. Wall immediately tackled and gone.
Yep.
Wastes no time and slots the goal. Brings it back to 2 straight kicks.
A spiral from King. Chubb outpointed by Lemmy. They've got to be perfect from here, the Blues.
Motlop. He's got into the game since he's moved into the midfield. Into the path of Ramshaw, who's been running all afternoon.